human beings do suck unless they decide to stop sucking, right? And your whole goal is to tell people exactly how it is that they can clean up their rooms, as your famous phrase goes.
Yeah, well, they might as well start with what's right in front of them. It's a lot harder than it looks, because to clean up your room means to accept that it's actually necessary for you to take that little bit of chaos that's in front of you, that chaotic potential, and cast it into habitable order. And then you have to develop the right attitude towards that. It's like, okay, well, I'm going to put my room in order. Well, what do you mean? Order is in relationship to something. You know, like if your desk is ordered, it means you've ordered it because you're going to work there, and you're working there on something valuable. And so the order is conceived of in relationship to a telos. It's like, okay, you're going to order your room. Well, what are you going to do in it? Like, what's your room for?
What's the purpose?
What's the purpose? You can't order your room without falling into purpose. And I would say, well, if you're going to fall into purpose, it's like, try it out on a local scale first, right? You don't want to go out there and change the system. It's like, what the hell do you know? Leave the system alone. See what you can do locally. See if you can put yourself together. See if you can put your immediate environment together. And you'll find, if you're in a chaotic household, and a chaotic household would be one where no one has any discipline, no one has any aims, and there's a terrible battle between Cain and Abel going on all the time, right? So life sucks and everything's miserable and we're cynical, and that's what wisdom is. It's like, and there's no point in trying anything because everything's meaningless, and who the hell's going to care in a million years, and you're a fool to move forward in any case. It's like, there's your household. Okay, and so now you decide, no, despite all that, I'm going to put my room in order. It's like, you will have a war on your hands. Because the first thing the people around you who are aiming down will do is think, oh, you really, eh? You think you're so much better than we are, do you? You really think that, you and your fancy goddamn plans. It's like, we're going to put every psychological obstacle we can possibly think of in your way. Because if you succeed, even in something that trivial, you shed a very dim light on our existence. And so we're going to do everything we can to take you out. And so people think, oh, well, cleaning your room, that's just a cliche. It's like, yeah, really, eh? Just go ahead and try it. You see how much of a cliche that is. And if you've got your room in order, then put your office in order. See, and then you're going to encounter as soon as you do that, you step out into the social world, you're going to encounter the antipathy between men and women. You're going to encounter the identity politics in the workplace. You're going to encounter how you regulate your sexual morality while you're working with people of the opposite sex. You're going to encounter the ethics that are necessary to move your business forward. It's like it's a microcosm, it really is. And so to take those microcosms seriously, well, that's what I'm asking people to do. And I'm saying, look, it isn't only about you being happy. It's like, yeah, whatever, happy. There's lots of times in your life you're not going to be happy, and so that's not going to work. You want to have something meaningful. That's the boat that will take you through the storm, right? When you batten down the hatches. But there's more. It isn't even that. It isn't even a meaningful, engaged life will see you through the catastrophes, even though that's a big deal, right? That's a great proposition, and I really believe it's true, because you can say to yourself, yeah, it's worth it. Right, and great, man. But there's the other part of it too, which is, don't be thinking that your errors aren't linked to hell, because they are. If you look at what happened in the 20th century, the brilliant commentators on the 20th century totalitarian states and all of their atrocities said the same thing over and over. It isn't top-down evil leader manipulating innocent masses. That's not it. It's the moral failings of every single individual, unwilling to say their truth, unwilling to act out what they know to be right, that accumulate and produce the catastrophic state. And so when you're fussing about with your life, when you're not manifesting your potential, when you're falsifying your speech and your actions in the service of short-term expedience, you are working to bring about hell on earth. And that's true. It's true literally, and then it's true, I suspect it's also true metaphorically. And that's a real truth, man. When you get the literal and the metaphorical working at the same time, it's like, that's real. So it isn't just that you have to fix up yourself so that, you can have a better life. It's like, who cares about you for a moment? It's you have to fix up your life, because if you don't, every time you make a mistake that you know to be a mistake, you're leading the world toward hell. And I believe that. I think it's true.